Hey Panthers, this section we are looking at 2-2, which is adding integers. It's on page 82 in your textbook. We have two vocabulary terms, one which is review from yesterday and a new one. The first one is opposites, which we talked about yesterday in class. Opposite integers are numbers that have the same absolute value. For example, they are numbers that are the same distance away from 0, but they have different signs. For example, if you had the number 4, the opposite would be, class, negative 4. If you had the integer of negative 52, the opposite would be
52.
positive 52. Okay. The other term here that we're looking at is additive inverse, and hopefully the word inverse rings a bell to you. We use that when we were solving one-step equations. Inverse meaning opposite. But additive inverses are opposite integers that when you add them together, they kind of cancel each other out, or they end up equaling 0. For example, if you have a positive 5 and you add its opposite, which is a negative 5, they cancel each other out and give you 0. So what you do need to remember that when you add opposite integers, together, they always end up equaling 0. They always end up equaling 0. Okay. When we take a look at adding integers today, there's a couple of rules that you need to remember and continue to work with. But one thing I want you to think about is that as you begin, when you're looking at adding two integers together, look at the numbers and determine if you have more positives or more negatives. And whichever one you have more of will be the sign that you'll use for your answer. Let's take a look at an example. The first rule, we're going to look at adding integers together that have the same sign. And when you see the word same, either they're both positives or both negative numbers, when they have the same sign, in order to get our answer, we are going to have to take the sum. And what does sum remind us to do again? What operation? Add. Okay, so when we are taking the sum of two numbers, we are adding them together. So example 1 are some examples of integers that have the same sign. Now what I want you to do when you're adding integers, step number 1, look at the two numbers that you're adding together and determine, here we have a positive 7 and a positive 2. Do I have more positives or more positives? Okay, so we know our answer is going to be positive. So since it is a positive number, please don't write your positive signs. We'll just leave it blank. And then because they're both the same sign, we are going to add 7 and 2 together, and we get an answer of 9. And again, we know it's positive because the integers that we added together were both positives. Okay? Take a look at B. B, once again, they are both negative, so we're going to be adding together. Do I have more negatives or more negatives? We have more negatives. If I'm adding both negatives together, obviously our answer is going to be a negative. So I'm going to start off right away with putting my negative sign down. And because they have the same sign, I have to take the sum, or I have to add the absolute values together. So I have to do 1 plus 6, which is 7, and my answer is going to be a negative 7 because I determined that I have more negatives in my answer. Take a look at C. Do I have more negatives or more negatives? More negatives, so I know right away my answer is going to be a negative answer. And because they are both negatives, they have the same sign, I have to take the sum of the absolute values, which is 14. So I get my final answer of negative 14. And letter D, here we have 36 positives and 4 positives. So I have more positives, so my answer is going to be positive. And because they are both, again, the same sign, they're both positives, I am going to take the sum of the two absolute values, and we get an answer of 40. So again, the steps when you're adding integers, step number 1, determine if you have more positives or negatives, and that will determine if your answer is positive or negative. And then if the signs are the same, if both numbers are positives or both numbers are negatives, you are going to take the sum. Okay. What happens if the signs are different? Well, if they're the same and we add, what do you think you would do if they are different? Hopefully you're thinking subtract, okay? So again, another way to remember, if the signs are different, take the difference. And if you remember from algebraic expressions, difference means to subtract. Okay, so let's take a look at letter A. Step 1, I have 10 negatives and 13 positives. Which one do I have more of? More positives, so my answer is going to be positive. And because I have a negative and a positive, the signs are different, so I'm going to take the difference of the absolute values. And always, in this case, take the larger absolute value and subtract the smaller absolute value, and we get an answer of 3. And letter B, I have 8 positives and 9 negatives. Which one do I have more of? Negative, so my answer is going to be negative. We'll go ahead and write that down. And the signs are different. One's positive and one's negative, and because they're different, I'm going to take the difference of the absolute values, and I get an answer of -1. And letter C, same thing. I have 55 positives and only 4 negatives. Which one do I have more of? So my answer is going to be positive, and the signs are different, so I'm going to subtract, and I get 51. So 51 is going to be positive. And letter D, ooh, do you remember what D are called? They're called additive inverses. When I add the inverse or the opposites together, what happens again? They cancel each other out, okay? And let me just prove that to you. I don't have more positives or more negatives. They are both equal to each other, so that indicates our answer is 0. And because the signs are different, I would subtract the 2 from each other, and we get 0. But you can save yourself the step from subtracting just by remembering that opposites always cancel each other out. They end up equaling 0. Now, when you have a string of numbers, you're adding or subtracting multiple numbers together, there's a couple of things that you can do to make it a little bit easier for yourself. First of all, when you're looking at these, look for additive inverses. Look for the opposite numbers. Okay, remember these are opposite. Look for the opposites and go ahead and cross them out because we know that they end up equaling 0. Another step to do is use the commutative property of addition, and you can move the numbers around the order they're in. And I want you to add all the numbers that are positive together and add all the numbers that are negatives together. And again, you can use the commutative property to switch the order around to do that. And then, if you have positives left over and negatives left over, we can subtract the 2 because they have different signs. And remember the rule for the sign of the answer. So, taking a look at letter A, do you see any any additive inverses? You see any opposite numbers? Hopefully you see 8 and -8. Since those are additive inverses, -8 plus 8 is 0. So they cross each other off and we're left with what? -4. That is our answer. That one was a little bit easy. How about B? Do you see any additive inverses? No. So go on to the next step. Find all the positive numbers. So we have 6 and 2. Let's go ahead and add those together. So 6 plus 2 is 8. And then find all the negative numbers. We have -3 and -9. Again, the signs are the same, so I add them together, and they're both negative, so I get a -12. Now we are back to a one-step problem here. I have 8 positives and 12 negatives. Do I have more positives or negatives? More negatives, so my answer is negative. And because the signs are different, the 8 is positive and the 12 is negative, I have to subtract the absolute values, and I get 4, or negative 4, as my final answer. Letter C, first step, find any additive inverses. Hopefully you see that negative 13 and positive 13 cancel each other out. Then find all the positive numbers. 16 plus 12, we get 28. And I find all the negative numbers, which we have plus a negative 5. Okay. And again, I have 28 positives. I only have 5 negatives. Which one do I have more of? More positive, so my answer is going to be positive. And because I have a positive number and a negative number, they are different. I must take the difference, and I get a positive 23. And letter D, any additive inverses? Nope. Okay, so I'll start with my positive numbers. I have 45 plus 3, which is 48. And then for my negatives, negative 22 plus negative 19 is negative 41, plus another 2 more negatives, so I have negative 43. Okay, so I have 48 positives and 43 negatives. Which one do I have more of? More positive, so my answer is going to be positive. And because I have a positive and a negative, the signs are different, so I need to take the difference or subtract the absolute values. And we end up with an answer of 5. And the last page, 2 more examples. This is simply going back to some of the algebraic expressions that we did. I want you for A and B. For A, I want you to take the x value and add it to the y value. If we take a look up here, x is negative 42 and y is 71, and follow the steps. Once again, I have 42 negatives, 71 positives. Which one do I have more of? Positive, so my answer is going to be positive. And the signs are different, so I have to subtract. So we take the difference of 71 and 42, get our 6, we borrow, we get 29. Again, I had more positives, so my answer is a positive 29. And I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to go quicker. Over here, x is negative 42 plus z, which is negative 17. And do I have more negatives or negatives? More negatives, so my answer has to be negative. And because the signs are the same this time, I'm going to take the sum of the absolute values or add them together, and I get a negative 59. Moving on down to example 5. The jazz band's income is a positive or a negative amount. Hopefully you're thinking a positive amount. The income from a bake sale was $286. The expenses are a deduction of money or a subtraction of money or adding a negative amount. So the deductions are a negative 21 amount. There, the expenses were $21. Use an integer addition to find the band's total profit or loss. So in other words, I want to take our $286 and add our expenses to it, which in this case are a negative amount. So once again, do I have more positives or negatives? More positives, so we're going to end up with a profit or a positive amount, and the signs are different, so I have to take the difference or subtract. And we find out after their income and they subtract out their expenses, the band ends up with 257. And what are my units? Hopefully you're thinking dollar signs. Okay, Panthers, again, if you have any questions, make sure you highlight it and bring your questions to class tomorrow. And have a good night.